So basically, this is courtesy of Industry Built Records. The year 2021, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. I'm still currently in college, still going through with the classes on a business level. It's been a little bit rough for me as a female. I've been getting this money and staying well dressed, keeping a positive attitude, doing hair, doing makeup, nails. Currently waiting to get in my new home. I'm going to pray that everything goes through fine. You know, trying to be an entrepreneur and business mogul and record producer. You know, a professional hip hop and R&B record producer. I just happen to believe that I just produce more epic records than some of the previous producers that I've dealt with in Shreveport. And you know, actually going to school to make a professional career as something I once loved to do. Sometimes I get so tired, and I hope this video inspires so many women to do. And, you know, once again, you know, I finally decided last year that in 2020, I wanted to take things further. I said, you know what? I want to make music business and record producing. I think I have what it takes to make a career. Make it a career. I got so much negative feedback coming up. You know, and looking to make a living at this stuff and networking with people. You know, I enjoyed myself in West Monroe, Louisiana. I met some cab drivers and stuff that really showed me some things about music, and, you know, networking and making friends and not being afraid to pick up the phone. And I still think in the long run, I think I am a better overall record producer, like DJ, like if it was done right. But I mean, I don't want to overwork myself. But, you know, I finally made up my mind last year regarding my kids. And, you know, enrolled in college and decided, you know, I enjoy doing this. And I talked to the operator at the school, and she spoke to me. And I mean, I've gotten challenges with being overweight, pregnant, sometimes the complexities. But overall, you know, I think I had what it took. And I always did. For Infinity. So, like I said, so, you know, I finally got it in my mind, and I thought about my husband, and I looked at him, and I kept it a secret regarding the dope game. And I said, you know what, baby? I said, I think I can do this. And I got on the top of the fireplace, and they threatened to throw our ass up out of here. And I ended up being overweight, and I looked at him, and I really did. I said, you know what, baby? I said, I think I can do this. Regarding the record business. To that extent. And, you know, my husband said, take it down.
My face all in the newspaper. But I'm about to make these hoes old news. I can't wait to touch down in your project. Project. Until I get lockjaw. He say he got a wife, but my pussy break up happy home. I got happy home. Raise little boys to man. niggas chest.
It's that
They
early
take trips down south. Saw with a trick down south. He put diamonds
that
in my mouth. $1 million phones on my back. And my city on my
It's
back.
that early morning flow.
From a dark past.
It's that early morning dough. It's that early morning flow.
And it goes on and on. It goes.
It's that early morning dough. I'm just chasing bigger checks. I'm just chasing bigger checks. Hopping on better and bigger jets. Hopping on better and bigger jets.
I know I'm not your top pick.
About to get these whack bitches though, heave a hoe.
When take trips,
This that early morning flow. This that early morning dough. This that early morning flow. This that early morning dough.
You wanna know if I got my shit together? And those hated hoes.
So I still have a lot of learning to do. And I think I would have been real good for record producing. But anyway, I basically really learned the fundamentals, the basics to building a studio and Pro Tools and engineering. I learned that really mainly when I grasped it, the white boys in Shreveport, Louisiana at the studio, downtown Shreveport, really kind of broke it down to me, laptoping, MP3, and learning how to move files and stuff like that. So. And you know, I grew to love for music at about 20 years old in 2009. And you know, during this documentary and branding and going through this journey, I really had to learn how to move. And you know, it's really what you want, folks. It's really what you want. And you know, if you got a passion for it, it's got to be in you. And I worked really hard. I had a lot of kids. You know, I seen the time me and some of my kids, we got our ass kicked. You know, and I mean, I go in and play the keyboard. I need help on a whole I still have a lot of learning to do. But white boys, I go in the studio, it's a professional atmosphere. I learn from black boys. I really learn from dudes. And not that I'm gay, but, you know, shuffling. And in this documentary, I just wanted to state, I always learned how to have fun. But I always had to be on the go in the city of Shreveport. You know, and really doing what you want to do and being passionate about it. It's been some years. Sometime I regret, I felt like I should have just took up record producing at first. I mean, because it was my first love, you know, playing the instruments and getting them together and file sharing. And it's basically the same classes. But for some reason, I felt like business-wise, I could just open up a studio, keep me a business space for my kids. You know, we can have a place to stay. And, but I mean, I end up being really good at, you know, engineering and knowing what to look for. Way on a whole nother level. I just didn't have the software, the equipment. And, but I still had to make friends. And, you know, and I got allegations of being a prostitute. I think it was just a sob-ass excuse because my networking and social skills ended up being just off the chain. I'm just good at socializing. I'm good at talking to people, and I'm good at breaking the ice to get my records, you know, where they need to be, where they sound good for the ear regarding the dope game. And I think I could stand good for a good mixtape and with some bass and boom. But, you know, like I said, it's just what you want. And, you know, I knew all my life what I wanted to do, and you can tell by the quality of the material that I put out. And you will tell before I'm dead and gone regarding my legacy. Coming from Shreveport, Louisiana, from rags to riches, regarding me and my kids, it's just embedded in my tombstone for just who I was. And you can tell by the quality of the material at a later date how epic it's going to be at first.